Divine connection. That's what we're talking about today because divine connection often starts and begins with the stillness. This is less about doing and more about allowing. Gratitude is your gateway. When we cultivate appreciation for the beauty around and within us, we naturally align with the higher guidance. It's just how it works with the spirit. You open yourself up more. And remember, symbols can serve as a bridge. The lotus, the tree of life, mandalas, these aren't just art, they're visual prayers that help us remember our place in the divine order. We have many things that help us remind us of our divine order. Jesus taught us the stillness. Jesus taught us compassion. Jesus taught us love. Divine connections can also come through people. Some relationships are more than just chance. Some are divinely designed. Their souls' appointments meant to awaken, guide, or heal. Sometimes we awaken people, or maybe we might guide people, or maybe our energy has a healing effect on people. And sometimes people's effect on us can be a guidance or awakening or a healing. And this is all done through the spirit. Somehow or another, we release the spirit to do its work through us. Connection that comes through people are always holy and divine, and they benefit the other person. Recognition is a key. Divine connection often are spiritual reunions, not new, but remembered. They require discernment, humility, and a willingness to step beyond your comfort zone. When you meet somebody and it's a spiritual reunion, it can be a child, it can be an animal, it can be your best friend, it can be somebody in church, it can be somebody on the street. You might meet somebody for a minute, you might have somebody in your life for a lifetime. It can be a partner. It doesn't have to be a partner, but it can be a partner. And you're willing to step beyond that comfort zone. You're willing to listen, to hear, and try if something is brought to your attention. Things we should think about. Receiving a divine connection is one of the threads in the tapestry of spiritual awareness. I'll repeat that because it's so important. Receiving divine connection. Each one is a thread in this tapestry of spiritual awareness. And let me tell you something about the spirit. If you don't get it today, they'll bring it back again. And then they'll bring it back again. And it's always for your benefit. Even if it feels like a collapse in life, the things that you will get coming out of the ashes will be so important for carrying on. Divine connection is often quiet. It's not loud. Oftentimes, it's a very quiet connection. It may come as a whisper in your spirit or a sudden clarity. It could be a deep peace that just defies all logic that you know. When you have spirit trying to tell you something, it won't leave you alone. It'll bring it to you in symbols. It'll bring it to you over and over again as a whisper that leans on your consciousness. Spirit will get through to you. It's their job to do that. And sometimes it can be very difficult, I suspect, for them. I can imagine them having a conversation in heaven between the two of them. Well, I took my spirit for a walk today, introduced them to three people that could have helped her. You know, nothing, will try again tomorrow. They just have patience with us and they work with us continuously. Sacred timing matters. And remember, all relationships are holy. I don't care if you like the person. I don't care if you don't like the person. I don't care how you feel. Relationships are holy because you're having a relationship with the God inside of you. We have a lot of things to hide that light under a bushel, and they're called defects of character. But behind all that, God is inside of you. And it's not about worthiness, but willingness. The divine doesn't require perfection. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be open to hear the words. You may hear the words of Jesus. You may hear the words of your mother. And they're all going to sound like your voice. When you get something, you're going to think you're so smart. I'm here to tell you, you're probably listening to the Spirit. Even doubt can be a doorway if it leads you to seek. Spirit has a way of turning things into the positive for you. Sacred timing matters. So you will unfold slowly. You've got to trust the rhythm of your unfolding, and the connections come slowly, but they come. And they are going to continue to come because that's how we're designed. We are designed to connect with this sacredness of life, with this holiness of life. Creative expression also can be a channel. Art, music, writing, these are not just outputs. They're invitations for the divine to move through you. Standing on a platform and talking, meeting somebody in the grocery store, helping them pick out a fruit that they're looking for. These are things that the divine is able to work through you. Divine connection is remembering, not reaching. It's not something you earn. It's something you awaken to. It's like sunlight behind the clouds. You don't earn it. You awaken to it. And as you awaken to it, then things just kind of unfold for you. The divine often speaks in symbols. A feather is in your path, a dream that lingers, a number that repeats itself. These are whispers. They are not coincidences. They're whispers. They're the way the divine is trying to get your attention. Try connections that bring clarity, not control. Somehow or another, we as human beings have great control problems. And I'm not going to call it the eagle. I'm just going to tell you it's a control problem. And it doesn't always answer your question, but shift your perception so you can live the questions with grace. The answers will come. Grace is very important for a human being. It is something given by God, and it's how we connect with one another. Divine presence is felt more deeply in surrender. When we release the need to figure it all out ourselves, we make space for the sacred to move through us. And every breath is a prayer. Remember, God is breath. Every breath is a prayer. You don't have to say the right words. You just have to be present, and the divine will meet you there. So remember, no matter what your problem, God is still the answer. And if you trust in your Heavenly Father, He'll never let you down. God bless each and every one of you.